Bow, 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 bow. I don't have to lock. I don't have to search on this to lock it in.
Oh,
it's
nice.
locked in. We're locked in right
Locked
now.
in.
Right.
And we're gonna. The fade isn't as gradual as much. I'm gonna fade it right now. It's not as gradual. It's like dunk, and the music goes away.
I missed
Oh,
that.
really?
Bill.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you see how quick that? There's like dunk.
the thunk,
So do you want to tell the
right.
listeners
Not much
that
of a-
you're using
much
new-
of a segue there.
Yeah, we'll get into it right
okay.
now. It's Gloucestercast 215. We got Jimmy.
315.
That's Jesus, 315. That's right. Thank you, Pat. Listen, take it easy on me today. I'm recovering from my colonoscopy and
the flu.
and the flu. Yeah, the flu, which I think is related to my immune system being completely fucking shot.
When it,
I'm sure you're right.
Yeah.
comes
I
out
think
both
so,
ends,
too.
Joey, that's tough.
Huh?
When it comes out both ends, that's tough. So I hear you.
It was not a good day. Gloucestercast 315. Jimmy and Pat Dalpiazza with me.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Good
New
morning,
Year.
class.
Good morning.
Good morning, Gloucester.
Kim is with us, and I'm your host Joey Shimataro. Recovering, so excuse my horrible nasally voice today, but we're happy to be.
Does it sound like Humphrey Bogart-ish or something?
Is it terrible?
No, it's not terrible.
No, it's not terrible.
No, it's not terrible. We're recording on new software. I recorded with Chris and
Ralph.
Chris and Ralph were over yesterday, so I recorded with them and it didn't record. But now I think I have it figured out. They're going to be so mad at me. They don't know yet. Chris might know, but
Chris knows now.
Chris knows now. But yeah. Thank you, Pat, for bringing me a sesame bagel
You're
from
more
Cape
than
Ann
welcome.
Coffee.
Yeah, they're so nice there.
Aren't they nice?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's such a nice variety of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you tried their oatmeal cookies?
No.
They're homemade, and they're like, they're the thin,
They're
flat-
huge. I
they're
saw
thin-
that.
They're thin, flat, and crispy.
Well, I was
So they're
thinking
like-
about
Very good.
talking
Yeah.
Jim into going back for lunch because they had a Reuben wrap that looked really
Ooh.
good. So
Wow. I'm super hungry. I eat breakfast at like 4:30,
Yeah,
and I
you-
just had porridge.
half
Now
your
I'm
day
really
is over.
hungry right now.
How's it go? Peas porridge hot. Peas porridge cold. Peas porridge.
In the pot, 9 days old.
And what is that in reference to?
I don't know.
It must be very old.
No,
I don't know.
9 day old
Cheese
porridge doesn't
yeah.
sound very appealing.
Isn't it rock, paper, scissors, same thing?
Doesn't sound very appealing at all.
You know what? I've learned a trick with porridge because it takes like 25 minutes to cook. So you can cook up a whole batch and then just put it in the refrigerator and it kind of congeals. And then you can cut it off into like little wedges and just heat it up in the morning for a super fast.
And how would you
healthy
reheat
oven.
it? What would you use?
Just a tiny bit of water in the
In
pan.
the mic or in the pan?
In the pan.
The pan.
Takes like 1 second, and then put all the fun stuff on it.
There you go. Who knew?
It's really healthy. It's much healthier than just steel cut oats are much healthier than regular oatmeal, than rolled oats,
That's
because
nice,
the whole grain is there. And
That's how we start the year off with the podcast, with a
healthy breakfast.
Yes. I'm tourist.
A porridge.
Steel cut oats.
Healthy. My sister Felicia turned 50.
Happy birthday.
11th.
Yeah.
And
Looked like it was quite the celebration. How wonderful.
So Christmas was coming, and I didn't have presents for my niece and nephew, or my whole family basically. I had my kids done, but that was it. And I figured, I'm at this thing where it's experiences over material things.
Oh, yeah.
So the last couple
Yeah.
of years, I've been getting like the tickets for games when it comes to the holidays and bringing everybody.
That's a good idea.
So this year I got. I know Felicia wanted to go into Boston to celebrate her birthday, and I picked up rooms for my family. One room for my mom, one room for Kate and I, one room for BJ and Amanda, and one room for Felicia and Barry. And it was a great deal. Stayed at the Intercontinental, gorgeous. Do you remember the time? Did I talk to you guys about the Envoy Hotel?
Yes. Yeah, you
So
did.
the Envoy Hotel they have a roof deck that overlooks, it really overlooks the Boston Tea Party, in the channel
Okay,
there,
yeah.
Northern Ave. And they have igloos on the roof deck now. because it's so cold out.
That sounds so wonderful.
But the igloos are transparent, like made out of plastic, and they have heaters inside there, so you can go there and have drinks there. So in my head, I was like, let's do that. But then I was like, BJ and Amanda aren't drinking age yet. Mm-hmm. So we had so I was like, I'm like, that won't. But that's why I got the hotel, because it was right next to the Envoy. Right. So I figured there's so many bars and restaurants in the Seaport District, and that's why I picked this particular hotel. I got a good deal. But as it turns out, Barry completely
there
we
go.
Lost that thing.
Yeah,
it's going to sound a lot cleaner now. The pellet stove just kicked off. Barry really did all the planning, and we went to the North End to R2 for lunch right when we got into town. R2 is a great has for years has been a go-to for our family.
Where is that located?
Prince Street, and it's on the southern from Hanover is the main street, right? Right. So it's on Prince is perpendicular to Hanover,
right?
And it's on the south side of Prince Street from Hanover.
Okay, I used to live on the corner of Prince and Margaret, where where Bova Bakery is.
Yeah, that would be the north side, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I used to see a girl that lived on the Christopher Columbus condos across from there, and I would stop at Bova Bakery. It would be going 24 hours.
Right, it was.
Oh.
So I had to go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, but they were open, so I would give her a pat in the ass and head out and get a loaf of bread at Bova and eat it on my way back home to get down to the wharf. Yeah. The North End is, I mean, if you
great.
In the North, okay. I don't think you guys could do this, but Kim might be able to do this. If you're in your 20s, all right, what would be your top 3 neighborhoods to live in the city of Boston in your 20s?
Okay, well, I did live.
No, I know you did, but that doesn't necessarily mean that was your favorite. I mean, you could have.
My top 3 were the North End and Branch Street on Beacon Hill, which was I lived in a tiny little carriage house right behind Beacon Street, right on Beacon Hill, and then on Com Ave. We had a great place on Com Ave.
So that's 2.
And the North End, Margaret Street.
Okay, I asked for 3.
And the place on Beacon Hill.
And Beacon Hill. So
on Branch Street.
The North End. Then you said Com Ave second, and then Beacon Hill.
No, Beacon Hill second.
Beacon Hill second,
and then Com Ave.
And then Com Ave.
Yeah.
Mine would be. I would probably. See, the thing about the North End, the parking situation is so brutal. But they're all brutal. There's no place that's not brutal.
I didn't have a car back then.
Right.
So it wasn't like that was not an issue.
Part of the consideration.
That wasn't right.
I loved. I mean, I didn't live in any of them, but I had friends in all throughout. I would say North End, Back Bay, Charlestown.
Yeah.
That's the way.
That was super fun.
Yeah, Charlestown.
Yeah.
And they've cleaned up that area around the garden so much.
I know, but Boston is so different now. It's like
it's so different.
So different. Like as a kid, you could never live there. I mean, it's
today. You mean
today? I don't think so.
I mean, well, you know what? I think it's different though because I know what you're saying about how expensive it is, but it's not like one person that's footing the bill. Like it's just like when we were younger. Like there would be like 2 or 3 people in an apartment, paying the vig.
I had my own apartment.
You're saying today.
Today, yeah.
I'm saying that's how they would do it.
Today you'd have to share.
But when we were back then, we did it that way too. I didn't do it, but all my friends. It was like 2 or 3 guys
in an apartment.
Yeah. Until they met the one, and then they moved off into the suburbs. A lot of them would say,
Never doing that.
no, a lot of them say, yeah, no, we're going to have a baby, and they're going to be, city kids. And then, like, after a year or two, they're like, whoop, right to the right out of the city.
Well, that happened to us. We had one. Liv was ready to start kindergarten, and Alex was a baby, so we moved out.
Yeah.
we were in the South End at that time, and
Yeah.
it just wasn't. It was hard getting across town
Yeah.
to get to different schools, and it was just the school right around the corner from our house wasn't really very good. So,
Yeah.
I have a family that went to Boston University, and he loved that area. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
he's living up there all the time. Met the girlfriend, doing her work. She's in Suffolk, and then he went to Suffolk, with the lawyer
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, I'm out.
Yeah.
And he's all around that area
Yeah.
too. He's just the green
So-
line.
so-
The green
yeah.
line's his friend.
Yeah.
None of
So
these places
Suffolk
are
is
more than a $12 Uber ride. None of them.
Yeah.
The last couple times I've been in town, it's all we've been doing is Ubering here
Yeah.
and there. And it's
Yeah, it's
just so easy.
so
You don't
easy.
even have to take money out of your wallet. You just press the app. You see when we were at.
Yeah.
So we went to Barry treated everybody at Sorrelina, which is in Copley, and right behind the Boston Public Library. And I hadn't heard of it before, but apparently when Felicia posted photos of where we went, there was so many people had chimed in that was their favorite restaurant.
Oh, really?
wow.
Yeah, and it was not inexpensive. It was Barry really went above and beyond, made it a very special night for Felicia and us too. It was great.
What was your favorite thing that you had to eat? Well, you still the flu too a little bit.
Yeah, I was just getting past it.
Yeah.
I had the filet, and it was fantastic. The wine was probably my favorite. The wine was fabulous, and Barry got the veal. It looked stupid, it's one of these places. It's kind of like a Ken Duckworth or kind of meal where the sauces are
Just perfect
so
in every way.
Yeah, so perfect. And the room was gorgeous. The service was spot on. It was just
Wonderful.
I would
What a nice
highly
way to have a
if you have
celebration, yeah.
if you have a special occasion and you're looking for someplace different other than the Mortons or the Grill 23 or something like
Right.
that, I would highly recommend Sorrelina. The highlight of the night for Felicia, I'm sure, was Barry brought her into Copley to the Louis Vuitton store and had a personal
That's so
shopper.
sweet. Oh, my
He said,
gosh.
pick out whatever bag you
Are you listening?
and she just started crying, and it was very special for her. And the bag that she picked out, and Kate explained this the most perfectly. If there was 400 bags in that entire place, the one that she picked out, like any one of us, and you said you have to buy a Louis bag for Felicia. Which one would it be?
You'd point at that
every
one.
one of us
Point at
would
the
have
same one.
picked this same bag, and it was just so she was just a puddle after that.
Well, listen to Cape Ann Liquors. I'm getting to
You
know some
could
guys.
walk
down
me
there.
in there and say,
I could walk
you can
in
have
there.
whatever you want.
I get to know some of the guys.
You're a doll.
You can
You're
have-
a real doll.
We can do it for 4 hours if you like.
So sweet.
Yeah, Barry raised the bar a lot. We've
Yeah, you're in trouble now.
Kate and
You're
I have
in
had a
trouble.
lot of stuff with the house, so I don't think that's happening anytime
Well,
soon.
I don't know. A wedding down in the islands there, Joey. It's.
Yeah.
I think that puts you back up there. Okay.
Well, we're getting engaged at the Crow's Nest.
Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty. I don't know. It's
Getting
pretty
engaged
classic.
at the Crow's
That's
Nest.
pretty classic.
Go to bring your wife to Louis Vuitton with a personal shopper. Pick out whatever bag you want. I don't know. Kate's a little younger than me. You can't question that she's not in it for the right motives. Right. Anyway, it's fantastic. So I'm recovering. If you notice, my voice is horrible. I had a colonoscopy on the 4th of January, so that makes it
Wow, that's bad.
9 days. 9 days. I've
yeah.
been sick for 9 days. So the night of anybody that's had a colonoscopy, you know how brutal the prep is. The colonoscopy itself is a breeze. The prep is that full
Not a
day
bruise,
of taking these diuretics and flushing your system. What I didn't realize is how much it was going to knock the shit out of me. And I got a fever that night, a bad fever. And I just feel I haven't felt like my immune system is caught up yet.
Probably hasn't.
No, I don't think so. You're taking probiotics? That's what I was told.
I'm taking probiotics.
Yeah.
I am, but I'm also in the process of I'm taking like Sudafed, Benadryl,
With
all this other
everything
stuff.
else off, yeah.
Trying to my head is just. I've just started to be able to wake up in the morning and not be completely congested.
Yeah.
It's like whatever. I don't want to talk about it too much, but they took out one large polyp and they haven't got the results yet on that, and then
You have
two
not
small
gotten the
ones.
results yet?
Not yet.
No.
Soon, I think.
Okay.
And two small polyps. So you have to go. I don't want people to say, "Oh, you don't discourage people from going in." You have to go, especially when you turn 50 and you get everything checked out, because it's one of those. They say it's one of the cancers that's the easiest to detect early on and to defeat if you happen to have cancer. But yeah, it sucked. The prep. Oh goodness gracious! I wish there was something else.
Yeah.
Jimmy, Chris wanted us to call in. Are you ready? Oh, he's got the bat phone. Jimmy's got the bat phone. We're going to call Chris McCarthy right now.
Wow.
Everybody brace yourself.
I'm glad you're on the mend anyways.
I am on the mend.
I do think it takes a while, though, to get better.
Yeah. Let me see.
Good morning.
There he is.
Good morning, Chris.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Gloss. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning.
Happy birthday, everybody.
You are
Good morning,
live and speaking from my phone. So behave.
No, that's fine. I'll behave. I'm just sitting here in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
So if there's an echo,
Well, listen,
I apologize to all the listeners.
Joey's been pretty sick, and we're now doing the podcast from the bathroom too. So don't worry about it.
Well, I think it's that medication that he's taken from Mexico. he thinks his CVS is freaking Mexico.
They won't.
Joe, you got to get away from that stuff, man.
Do you think I should bring that up, Chris? Do you think that's a topic that I should bring up or not?
What is
I think
CBS?
so.
What is CDS?
So
I had to do it for my son a few years ago when we were in Turks and Caicos. We had to get him some medication in a little baggie. You got to make sure there's a distinction between drugs and medication.
So I went in. I had this flu, chills,
Right.
and everything else.
Right.
And I went the following day to talk to them about my symptoms, and you're definitely sick and stuff like that. And they're like, go home and take some Benadryl, and some Sudafed.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the Benadryl, and the Sudafed's not touching it, and I'm waking up with green snots, yellow snots, like I can't breathe.
Sounds like what Charlotte has.
So when I go to Mexico, I bring home Zithromax because you can buy it over the counter there. And it dawned on me, I'm like, fuck it, I'm taking. They won't prescribe antibiotics. The doctors won't prescribe antibiotics nowadays, because for colds or something like that, because they say
it makes your immune system less effective. What's all that?
What is going on over there? What's going on over in Stanwood Point or whatever it is?
Did you already go to Mexico?
I just got through going to the bathroom, and I go to my kitchen, and I'm trying to scramble up some powdered eggs.
Ew, powdered eggs, really?
Yeah, this time of the year.
He's on this psychotic diet.
You gotta eat powdered eggs.
He's doing like a keto diet.
Oh.
Yikes.
But Joe, I think you should tell your listeners why you got sick. Wasn't your proctologist feeling ill as well during the procedure?
Was he?
No.
Oh, he wasn't?
No.
Oh, I thought he was. So, Joe, I wanted to share with your listeners a few things that I found interesting this past week and a half about the lobster industry. Thought, you might be
Yeah, Safathia.
true.
Ever since Safathia got
Became
mayor,
Yeah.
she has assembled a team. Mark Ringer's on that team. Sal DiStefano is on that team.
Yeah.
And they, Gloucester's such a huge fishing port. This seafood show is enormous.
It is.
Have you been?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
the first year that she was involved, not since. It was awesome that first year.
Sorry about that.
What is going on, Chris?
So, is it? So,
Would you forget the flush? What?
it's this huge thing, but Gloucester really half-assed their presentation in this intercontinental seafood show. I mean, people come from all over the world. It's massive.
It's a big deal.
They're not half-assing there. It's getting better and better.
Since Safathia got on board, she put an enormous team, financial resources, bodies on the ground. They cook there.
Yeah. Nobody else does that. They have big pots of seafood stew there.
Yeah.
I think it's paying off. I mean, it's bringing.
Hey, that's an added thing, Chris. Good job.
Yeah, and the good thing is it's open to the public. Yeah. So I think
Are you
Morning
gonna go?
Gloucester and the staff, Joe should rent a stretch limo, and we should go right into Boston. And
something you can buy tickets, and I bet you that through the promotion that we do, I bet you we could get a couple of tickets from Safathia if we go in and we we could do, Chris. We could go there and we could live interview people from the Gloucester booth.
That would be great.
Wouldn't that be fun? And there's a ton of food too.
Fun.
I know a couple of people in the lobster industry. I might be able to get some tickets.
Tell Chris at the first one, it was so successful. Safathia brought back a whole group of people from Japan and Iceland, and they all had lunch at the Gloucester House, and went a tour of the facilities around.
They took it to the next level. They arranged for buses for all these anyone from all these international companies would come, get on the bus, and then they'd take a tour around all the seafood facilities that wanted to participate in Gloucester to show how much capacity there is available here to do business and the types of fish that we have. Yeah,
That's cool.
It was next level thinking. It really was.
Hopefully this year we highlight our coyote fish. We have over an abundance of our coyote fish. Let's sell it to China. So the second thing, Joe, is our good friend Bruce Ta. I know he was on your show not too long ago. I read that he is sponsoring some legislation that will allow for, lobster. I'm forgetting the
lobster processing.
Lobster processing here in Gloucester, because I didn't realize, again, as sort of an outsider moving to Gloucester, that the lobster caught in Gloucester go outside of Massachusetts to be processed, and then it's brought back in. And I thought that was the silliest thing. I know it's an archaic law, but the fact that Bruce has got that on the radar, I think that would be a great thing for Massachusetts and obviously Gloucester.
I think that the law, and I think the reason that it isn't, and I'm not positive about this, it has to do with this law that was put in a long time ago to prohibit poaching of undersized lobsters. Lobsters have to be shipped whole.
Okay.
If they're live in Massachusetts, if they took the tails off and cooked them, you'd never be able to measure them legally.
Right, legally.
So I think that was the reason
why it was created.
I'm not positive, but I think that's what it was.
Well, that's interesting. But that was the first bill that was put forth in the Senate this year, and it was by Senator Tarr.
Bruce didn't take a vacation. He's right at it, like he usually is.
I think it's awesome legislation, don't you? I mean, don't you? The lobstermen must be super.
Yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
It hasn't happened already.
Yeah.
Well, Chris,
What's that, Joe?
No, it's Jim. When he said that he came up and he spent that time with us on that podcast, he did say he was going to try and help out Joey's office and all the situations. So maybe if this bill does go through, some money can go aside to fix up some of these things.
Yeah, maybe there's a portion of that bill that can be carved out, like $1,000 for Joe to buy new chairs in his office.
You did bring that
Fisherman's
up.
wives will get it. Don't worry. They're already in line.
Yeah.
They'll figure out a way to get it.
And then the last thing, Joe, is the Swiss implemented a law that prohibits people from boiling live lobsters. They have to be stunned before
Really?
they are boiled, and I found that to be very, very odd.
The Swiss did. The Swiss did
The
this.
Swiss, yeah. Leave it to the Swiss.
People do. If I buy lobsters and I bring them home, I have to stun them first before I boil them, and that's a law in Switzerland. So for those lobster lovers, don't move to Switzerland.
Yeah, and how do you stun them? Do you have to buy a stun gun or something?
Joe actually, he referenced when I brought this up to him the other day that when he was at the Seafood Expo a year or two ago, there are companies out there that actually make these machines.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't know if they look like a microwave. You put the lobster in it, you press a button, it zaps them, puts them to sleep, doesn't kill them, puts them to sleep.
And
right,
then,
Joe? They're not killed.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah, it stuns them.
Really? Yeah.
stun them.
It's the most ridiculous thing in the fucking world.
Wow.
It is the most ridiculous thing. in
Aren't
the world.
the Swiss the crazy people who didn't want American lobsters in the first place because they said that they were
Inhumanely kept or something.
that they were put in case any got away, then they would dominate over native lobsters to that area, and then so that was they were trying to get American lobsters banned.
Invasive species.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They should stick to chocolate and Swiss cheese.
And maybe a watch or two.
Watch it too, exactly.
No,
So,
that's
Joe,
good.
that's all I have. I would say next time, give Ralph and I more than 2 minutes to get ready for the podcast.
I didn't know that Kate was leaving so early because that was what my determining factor was. That I didn't want to disturb her at the house.
I see. Sure.
I need to note we picked in the podcast that I didn't record yesterday. Our picks. We have 2 of the results in because there was 2 games.
Oh, you did
yesterday.
the game pick?
Chris and I both took the Colts, and Craig also took the Colts. Ralph was the only one that took Kansas City, so he was and this is against the spread. So Ralph won that one, and Chris took the Rams, and Ralph took the Rams. Craig and I took the Cowboys, and Craig and Chris and Ralph won. So you're 1-1, and Ralph is 2-0. I'm 0-2, and Craig is 0-2. So,
Nice.
So I can't possibly win at this point.
No.
But
Sorry to hear that, Joe.
You and Ralph are in the running, though. So for tonight, Craig is the only one that took the Chargers. Chris, Ralph, and I took the Pats, and Ralph, Chris, and I took the Eagles, and Craig took New Orleans.
How
for
are the
tonight's
Pats
games.
doing? How are they doing?
Well, they earned a first round bye in the playoffs. Today is the first game that win or go home. So they need if they win.
Tom Brady's hurt though. I got ESPN on right here. Tom Brady.
He's such an asshole. All right.
He
Fix him some powdered eggs.
from Mexico.
Yeah, enjoy those powdered eggs.
Chris,
See you, folks.
some people put their radio on and listen to NPR. We're listening to CPR report. We'll see you, Chris. Thank you.
There it
Happy
is.
birthday, everybody.
Bye.
Chris got some applause right there.
You didn't finish your story about Zithromax.
Oh, I didn't.
No. So did you take it or
Yes. So I did take it.
did it help?
And yes,
Yeah.
the very next day I had relief and just got better and better.
Wow.
So it's
Yeah.
you know, I know the doctors don't want to prescribe it, but
They don't want to
they don't want to overprescribe it. I get it.
Right.
I get it. But I mean, I was dying. I was in a lot of pain. So whatever. I'll deal with the consequences of that. Resolutions. Did anybody make any resolutions?
I don't. Yeah,
I did. I'm going to go to Pratty's this year.
Yeah, that's his. That's his.
Why would you go to Pratty's if you're an Elks member?
Yeah,
Just to
good
try
point.
it.
The culture. The culture.
Because I keep saying I want to go.
It's always crowded. I've never been. It's always crowded there when you drive.
Well, I
by.
want to go, and I feel that they will figure it out. That they'll see a New York somehow. Maybe it's written on my forehead. I don't know. So I always wanted to go, and I just said to Pat, my New Year's resolution is to go to Pratty's.
Right. Do you have a New Year's resolution?
I don't. I have a lot. I have a lot of stuff coming up this year.
That you want to get done.
So I have, we're getting married,
that's right.
and trips, and I can't wait to get on our trips. And
when do your trips start? When does that start?
February,
February,
March, and April, and May.
Oh.
But I have to pack them in because I don't get get to the rest of the year. It's all work.
You can't. I guess around New Year's you can't really help but think about what's past and looking forward to what's coming. So you kind of can evaluate where you stand and make some plans and target some goals. And I didn't make any specific resolutions. I stopped doing that a long time ago. But
you have some big goals that you want to take care of.
Just down the road kinds of things.
What do you? What big goals do you have in regards to Good One in Gloucester?
Well, in regards to converting Gloucester,
how's this going to impact me?
I want to. Yeah. I don't know. I want to go hunt moose up in Maine. That might possibly have an impact.
Is there any research projects that you?
I've got research projects piled up. As high as I stand, that I'm working on. Brick walls, trying to break through different little nitpicking things, just trying to track.
What volunteer opportunities are you planning on tackling this year?
I was just thinking about that. It's funny you should ask. I think I'll go back to the Stage 4 Park and volunteer at the Welcome Center. I enjoyed that very much. And the stage, I enjoyed that time as well. I didn't get to do either of those for a very long time this year, so I ended up joining them late in the game, but both of those. And then I think I'm going to talk to the library people and they have paperwork and everything you got to fill out to volunteer down there.
Right.
But really like to do that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
All those sound great.
Yeah.
How about you, Kim? Anything like that? Any goals for projects?
My big, huge projects right now are, let's see, I just met with several film finishers last week. Mm-hmm. And so I'm waiting for the budget from one to come. And so I hope to get started on the final edits.
Oh, that's exciting.
This coming week. That'll probably take, I'm hoping it'll take about 6 weeks. Because, I have my voice is the narrator right now. And so if we're going to keep mine, then we have to re-record it in a real studio and stuff like that. God. Instead of me just, talking into my movie phone, my movie camera, stuff like that. So, and then I'm working on 3 things about the piping plovers. I'm working on developing a program because I think that's something I can do right away that I think is really needed by communities, is like my Monarch Butterfly program, which will just help build an awareness about it. And so I have about... And
no one else is doing that. So there's other butterfly people out there, even though you're the preeminent butterfly person, but piping plovers is not a lot.
There's not a lot of programs about that. I mean, there are, but I have some ideas, and so that entails I'm going through about 40,000 photos right now.
Wow!
And I'm trying to get rid of a whole bunch of photos so that I can
narrow it down even further.
Yeah, so that I can transfer my whole photo library to an external hard drive and just run it off my external hard drive, so I'm not constantly jamming up my regular computer. Mm-hmm. And then, so there's the 3 components to that. There's the program, there's the children's storybook, and then there's the film script.
Are you hopeful that your movie will be produced in 2018?
Yes, I'm very hopeful about that.
Released?
Released, yeah. I'm very
I guess
hopeful
that's the
about
word
that.
I was looking for, yeah.
And that,
Excellent.
Well, that's a good segue because the Cape Ann Museum has invited me to premiere it there. And do you want to talk about Catherine's thing right now?
Yeah,
Cape Ann
please.
Museum?
Please do.
Because she has, I think, I don't know if how much we've talked about it, but everybody should go see the. It's just so beautifully curated. Bring your kids to see the Cape Ann Reed show at the Cape Ann Museum. Catherine did a beautiful job. There's lots of fun activities for the kids surrounding the exhibit. Yesterday was Cape Ann Museum Kids Day, and that was the focus of it. And there's a nice bunch of kids who participated, and it's just really...
It looks very exciting. We haven't been over there yet.
Yeah,
but
it's very
this year,
awesome. It's wonderful to see this, this little seed of an idea to get these 4 libraries participating in this children's book and book writing and illustration program, and to see it come to what it is. But it's only just the beginning. It's going to travel to other libraries, and she's gotten great funding from the Bruce J. Anderson Foundation, and she's just real, Catherine's, I think she's coming into her own around here. Like, a lot of people don't know what she did before. You know what I mean? Like, she had, Babar, the children's storybook Babar, of course. I'm sure you know that.
Of course.
I mean, she was his, she created shows for that illustrator. I mean, she's really done some very,
She's big time.
She's got a special
things.
set of skills.
Yeah, it is very unique, I think.
Yeah.
To a curator. It's a very interesting skill
Like that
set.
movie, what is it? I think it's a Liam Neeson movie. I have a very special set of skills. Taken? I think it's Taken.
Probably Taken.
I have a very
Sounds like
special set of skills. Catherine does as well.
Yeah, she does too.
I think I just want to play. I'd like to get into a band up here.
Why don't you do the one with James every Wednesday
He's
night?
talked to
I've talked to him about that. But I'm more of a the
you want to be
concert
the
band.
rock and roll one. He wants
No,
you want to
concert
be
band,
on
swing
the
band.
run line with the girls throwing their panties on the stage.
You want to be.
Well, it's on a horn. I don't know how with the hook on my trumpet. I wouldn't be the first time that's happened. But
Hey!
my family listens to this. So
have you talked to David Benjamin or anything like that?
I think once I
know
get
who that
myself
is.
developed here,
David
a little bit
Benjamin.
more.
David Benjamin is this super awesome person who is so involved with the music scene here. He's a band director at the school, I believe. He also he's in charge of the band at the band shows at the Stage 4 Park.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I would kill to play with the dogs. They're good. I
Yeah.
like to play with them,
Yeah.
if not direct them.
So he's awesome.
And I want to coach. I wouldn't mind coaching up here. Helping. Can't say I coach, but I could. Yeah.
Coach
Your
with Coach
Corey
Base
thing?
Baseball.
Is Corey approved?
Oh, I don't know about
A
that.
Corey check?
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing that don't they
You
have
don't
that in
know?
New
You don't
York?
like
Yes, they do. Yeah, they do.
They do have it in New York.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what it is.
It's called something different.
Oh, okay.
The background check.
background check
Oh, yeah,
for
the
working for
fingerprint. Yeah, there you
fingerprints.
go.
Fingerprints.
for working with
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they have to fingerprint you too.
In New York, you do.
Oh,
yeah,
I never had.
I
I never
passed
had that
Tori, okay?
experience.
Stop looking at me. I passed.
How was? Did you guys go to the Willow Rest for Ian's?
We did. We went over to. I saw the notice that Ian was having a coffee tasting at the Willow Rest yesterday, so we stopped over there and
Isn't that a great place?
said hello. Oh yeah, and another place we haven't been to in a while. I said we went in for coffee tasting and came out
with
with
piles
a
of-
loaf of bread,
Yeah.
some snacks,
The
some
tea loaves, are
apple
so delicious.
ciders,
Yeah.
medicals, something or another. Probably Joey could take advantage of, and a bag of coffee. And I also had ordered online from the EIEIO roasters, and it came quick and it was easy.
Oh,
and
great. Great.
yeah,
Good
yeah.
job.
So
He says hello.
we said hello, and
once again, he thanks you for
yeah,
you
he
all that.
spoke very highly of.
how many sample packs did he send our way?
I must have left it in the car. But he was there was quite a bit of interest going from the customers there and people stopping in.
Now, what are your goals for
I'd like to.
2019? At least the first half before your wedding. And
The whole wedding thing is really kind
it's
of
very
going to be exciting for me.
Yeah.
I can't wait. to do that part and actually make Kate my official wife. I always call her my wife, but make her my official wife. Just...
Oh, having the kids there too with you, that's...
Yeah. Oh, we got a great
you
trip.
know?
And thankfully for Kate's job, they're taking care of, quite a bit of the trip, of our Mexico trip with the kids in April. So
wow, that's awesome.
we were
That is awesome.
really blessed. My eldest is turned into a teenager.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
She's 13.
Yeah.
Wow.
Middle schooler now.
Oh boy.
It's like a different person.
Yes.
A whole different person. I lost my little girl. She's gone.
Yeah.
And it's like I guess I have to wait till she's.
Wait until she's about.
College.
I was going to say they come
20,
come back.
21.
They come
that's
back.
what everybody
they come
says.
back.
Everybody warns you.
And you don't believe it when people are warning you.
I can't. So many people said it.
Oh yeah.
But I kind of did believe it. I didn't have any illusions like mine's. The people that have illusions like mine's different. Mine's.
They get really shocked.
Yeah.
And the other thing they always say that's hard to swallow is it's actually good for them. It's a good sign for their development.
Right, because
they're
being independent.
Right, they're learning to be independent.
To be a fucking sassy pants.
No, that's testing boundaries
right,
and
testing boundaries. I don't fucking test the fucking boundaries too.
Well, it's part of the process.
Wait till the boundaries that she's gonna test some boundaries.
No, whenever I see my mom is like, Mom, I don't know how you did it. 3 girls, a year apart. A single mother.
I would like to read a book, but I think that there's no book for this. I think
you just have to,
how do you deal with?
Just be very patient. That's all you can be.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's easy. It's easier to say to be patient. I mean, there were plenty of times when I would be screaming. So it's easy to say be patient, but the more patient you are, the more they will respect you later. Yeah. And that is the truth. That is the truth. I've always been a let's have an awesome time. Let's laugh. Let's have a blast. As long as you're doing the right things, and when you fuck up, I'm gonna climb up your ass.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's fair.
Yeah, and let somebody know. But
and let you know. We got there's 2 ways we can go.
Yeah.
If you think you're going to make my life miserable, you're going to get twice back. Or immediately you can act the right way, and we're all going to have a great time. It's simple. Take your pick. That always works. Right. That's the thing. That's the point.
Right.
The point was when they were little.
Right.
I was like, wow, I got this. I'm super dad. I got this all figured out. And we're just gonna have a good time. And if they get off the path, very short leash. Tell them, listen, straighten up. We're gonna have a great day. Now it's like I have a feeling like
no, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work that way.
What was your rebellious period like? How old were you?
I was just a self-absorbed jackass of a teen.
I think it's a little different for boys than it is for girls, for one thing.
Yeah, well,
I really didn't. I really was. I was also awkward as a teen. I think a lot of teens are probably awkward.
They feel it, even if they don't appear to be. They feel like they
feel
are.
that. Like yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. She's doing great though in school still, and she's got a ton of friends, and she's.
So that's
doing a lot of great things. So I'm just irritated that I don't have my little girl anymore.
Yeah, I know.
She can get a little sassy.
Yeah,
like in a not a good way.
Yeah.
I want to send her. Oh goodness. Anyway.
Well, we've all been there and come out the other side.
So and I can take it away.
What?
Just try the line. I gave you that gene, and I can take it away.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys went to Mom's Kitchen for breakfast?
We did. Yesterday.
Oh, I'm dying to go there.
Yesterday.
They had a lot of home good cooking.
I went to chicken pot pie.
We got there at about...
Speaking of chicken pot pie, Dave, my mother's cousin, is married to Dave, the guy that owns Mom's Kitchen. They own it. and Kate mentioned that she makes a pretty mean chicken pot pie. So he dropped one off the other day. I'm going to cook it today. And they kind of have a little chicken pot pie challenge.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, so
I think we had some of Kate's chicken pot pie at the dock one way. It was really good.
really good. Yeah,
It was really
yeah. It's
good.
going to be tough to beat. So I haven't had his yet. We're gonna cook it today. Go ahead, Jimmy.
It was very quiet in there. We got there not long before they were going to close.
About
We had-
12:30.
Yeah, they had breakfast. They were serving breakfast all day.
They
Jim
do.
had
They, what time do they serve breakfast till?
it was all day. It was all day
day?
yesterday,
close at
which
1, I
was
think.
Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, and they close at 1. And I think they only serve breakfast
On Saturday.
Sunday. No, not-
There's a sign on the outside.
anyway, Jim had a meatloaf omelet, which I've never
It was
seen
one of their
before.
specials. I said I gotta try it.
Yeah, and
That
I had the
sounds good.
frittatas.
Yeah, there was something in there, some nice sauce or something on the meatloaf that was really tasty. And
Yeah.
I said,
Service was good. It was an easy stop by. We hadn't been there, so we're taking some things off the bucket list. That was fun. We'll be back.
There you go.
That was a nice spot.
yeah,
Thanks to Chris for that recommendation.
Chris McCarthy or Chris at the dock?
Chris,
Chris at
Chris,
you're
Chris the fisherman, the lobsterman.
the
Chris.
lobsterman. Yeah.
So yesterday morning, it was probably 8 in the morning. I was still in bed at the Intercontinental after Felicia's birthday, and I get a text from Craig that. So I always you've seen posts in the past when Kingsford is on sale, like super
Yeah.
sale. They have 3 super sales a year: Labor Day, 4th of July, and Memorial Day. And I usually stock up.
In case our listeners don't know, Kingsford is charcoal briquettes, right?
Yes, there we go.
Yeah,
Good thinking.
yeah. So it's good thinking.
It took me by surprise. Kingsford.
So I know. So I use, obviously, if you follow this, you know that I love to barbecue with charcoal, and so I load up when they're on sale. Well, I don't generally buy Weber brand briquettes because they're $20 a bag, and when I buy the Kingsford
Right.
on sale, I'm buying it for $5 a bag.
Okay.
So $20 to $5,
$5. Wow.
even though the Kingsford is far superior, like denser, longer lasting, more uniform.
The Kingsford or the Weber?
The Weber is.
is far superior.
So far superior, also $20 compared to.
Right. $5.
So and even when the Weber goes on sale, usually it goes down to like $12.
Right, so
which
it's-
12 to 5
It's still not.
is still
Right.
not
There's
enough
still
for
big
me to jump.
disparity,
Like
yeah.
if Weber was
6 or
7, 6 or
right.
7, I would purchase that over the Kingsford, but I hadn't been able to take advantage of that type of sale yet.
Right.
Craig texts me in the morning. They have 70. I have secured 70 bags for us at the Salem Home Depot and the Danvers Home Depot.
Wow.
We have to go to 2 different places.
This is right. I've done that before with Home Depots.
Because they were on sale for $3.90 a bag.
What? Oh my.
$3.90.
Now, why is
a
that? Do they
bag.
go bad until the
They
next
don't
year?
go bad. I think that it has to do
They want to clear their inventory.
They're not going to.
with having
Yeah,
the space
right.
to sell other
Other
goods.
things, right.
Like that pallet
They take up
space
a lot of space.
can
Right.
be
Yeah.
used for perennials or
Yeah,
whatever the
right.
hell it happens to be.
Spring, right.
And that has to be dry. You
Right.
know,
Right.
charcoal has to be dry, so it has to be indoor storage. You know,
Right,
you can't leave
right.
it outside. So we loaded up. So we went
So
up there.
how many fit in your truck? Did all
So we put 50 bags, 50
Yeah.
20-pound bags in the back of my truck on a pallet, and we had it shrink wrapped, and I drove very slowly back home.
Yeah.
We were going to go get the other bags, but
It was heavy enough.
the bed went down quite a bit, so I didn't want to risk it and everything else. So after we tape this podcast, we're going back.
You're going
Craig and
back
I
to
going
get the-
back to get the other.
I'm
ones.
imagining
Yeah.
Craig called them, and I'm trying to imagine this phone call. So, how many bags would you let me leave?
That's exactly.
You know?
That's exactly what he did. And
Yeah.
he wanted to secure them because he recognized how good of a deal it was that they weren't going to last. They're probably gone today, other than we already paid for those ones.
Right.
Well, since you know 50 fit in, you can get more if there's still more there.
They wouldn't let him. One of the others, he called a bunch of stores. The only ones that we got them secured and paid for were 2 out of some other ones. They wouldn't let you.
Right.
So we got a really good deal. Do you guys take like on items that you know you're going to use over the year when they're on sale? Like for example, say deodorant is 2 for 1.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I do.
How many? And you know you're almost out. How many would you buy?
I'd buy like 10.
Right, that's what I would do. How about
You know what I mean?
same thing?
Yeah. I stock up when
Like,
there's an opportunity on something I know I'm going to use.
You know you're going to use, yeah.
I mean,
But you know what's super annoying is then suppose you go to the grocery store after they've had one of those sales and there's none there. It's a brand that you like and there's none on the shelf. Right, but you know I'm just as guilty as the next person of taking
No, you got to take advantage of it. That's free money. That's free money.
It's free. That's how
Now
I do
it
it too.
makes sense to us because now with the 2 places we have, we're at that point now where we can go, well, let's buy all that and
Right.
half of it
Half
will go
goes
up there
there and
and
half
half
goes-
will go
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Then we don't have to worry about the old
Right.
packing a bag when it's time to go
Oh,
and whatever. We
smart.
just
Right.
jump in the car.
Jump
and-
in the car because you have everything there and everything here.
Yeah. That's kind of what we're working on right now,
Good.
and it works so far.
Easy. Nice, easy.
So Kim got me that beautiful bottle of
What
rye
was it?
from was it the rye?
Ryan and Wood.
No, it was like something. Was it rye? I don't know. It was their fancy new
It
thing.
was their fancy whiskey. It was their whiskey. Oh, it was their malt barley whiskey
something. Malt whiskey, right? Is it malt? I don't know.
at Ryan and Woods, and she asked me if she came for the podcast. I hadn't seen her for a couple of weeks, and she says, "Oh, have you tried it yet?" And I'm ashamed that I haven't tried
No,
it.
don't be ashamed.
And
You've been sick anyways.
I have been sick. Well, I did manage to drink some of that.
Well,
I found a bottle of the Kilburn.
Right. Yes, thank you. I needed to take note of that, and it's right next to the tissues and underneath the daisies. So I think it's particularly picturesque right there.
It's on sale at Total Wine
okay.
right now.
Did you try as a cold remedy? Did you try any liquor to see if that worked?
Well, yesterday we got Ted Reed brought some of that Bullet Rye, which it was really nice. But anyway, the point that I was getting at was I have this issue that like really nice bottles of booze, I tend to have some problem cracking it. I feel like it should just be saved and.
Do you look at them? Do you display them?
No, I tuck them away. It's like
Okay,
a
see,
problem.
you don't want to share.
No, see,
you know what? Just I think I said this earlier. It's not like wine where it's going to go bad.
Well, we
Just
had
try
that
it.
for the Red Sox World Series win. I took out the Tullamore Dew.
Tullamore, yeah. I crack that stuff open. I can't wait to crack that stuff open.
So
Just
what is
try
it?
it.
What is that?
That's what I always
What
do.
is it?
Which one?
The one you're talking about. Tell us something.
Oh, it's not
Oh,
up
that's
there
not
right
here.
now.
That's the Red Sox
it's Irish
edition
whiskey.
of this Irish whiskey that Craig brought last summer, and
It's one
I
of
said
my
I'm not going to
favorites.
do it unless if we're in a World Series clinching game. That's the only time we'll drink that.
Oh, and you did.
And we did, yeah.
You
Yep.
did. Wow.
Yeah, it's very special.
Yeah.
So I don't have. Do you have a theory, or do you just say whatever the best stuff that you have, you just drink it right off the bat? You don't save it for special occasions.
Yeah, I don't save it. It's there. If you see a special occasion, but it's with special friends, you say, you know what? I think we're going to open that bottle
Yeah,
up.
but I'm in charge of liquor cabinet at our house,
Yes.
and he is not.
Well, you know that.
See, I always have 20 people over. You know,
Yeah,
it's never
so,
2 or 3
yeah.
guys here.
Right.
So I open it up. It's like I had one little sip of it, and it's gone. I think that's what
right.
it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a
Well, look what happened at-
$50 bottle of wine. You already put out $200 worth of food,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, you had this much, and the bottle's gone.
You know
And-
that nice bottle of Prosecco that you gave me for Christmas? Well, I was saving that for Tom and I because it was right around the time of our anniversary, and Liv was there, and she just popped it open with everything else that you gave us. And we just had like a little.
At the G&G party, the barbecue, we put out.
You brought that awesome.
The Buffalo Trace.
My Buffalo Trace, yeah.
Why?
Buffalo Trace.
We brought it out there, I mean, by the fire and the barbecue. That's the best way to have it. That didn't last long. I now know.
Yeah. No, it's a
Could've been
$30
about-
bottle, though. Like, I'm talking like
Yeah.
when you get like a $50, $60 bottle.
Like the Cooper's Crows that I brought to the party.
Cooper's Crows. There
Yeah.
you go. Did I try the Cooper's Crows?
I don't remember.
Wait, you brought that to the GMG party?
I did.
And I was only drinking the boat.
Yeah, what
yes,
the hell?
I
I
drank
mean,
the
yeah. Lots of people did try it. I did.
Yeah, Chris,
Sure, yeah.
Chris tried it and a few other guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's that. So it is January 13th, and going almost on cue to the winter of 2015 when we had that horrendous winter. We
That's
hadn't
a
had
scary
any
thought
big
to me.
snow until the third week in January, and then it just kept coming. And I remember saying the day before that big snow was, wow, we've pretty much made it. So all we have is a couple of months left. And
you got hammered. I
and
remember
we
that.
got
And
hammered.
wasn't Snowmageddon last year? Wasn't it kind of the same where we just had a little tiny bit of snow and then we just kept getting piled
Until
last
it
year?
was so
'Cause
late last year.
I
Last
feel
year,
like it was too bad last year.
last year was the record.
Yeah.
Of snow?
In
Of snow.
March. In
Yes.
March.
No, it was
Mostly came in
It was
March.
it was the record since they've been keeping the record. It was like 108 inches last year or something like that. Yeah.
Almost
Wow,
all of it.
my
in
memory
March.
is that bad, I guess, because the snow didn't register with me last year.
Well, it was March.
Like
it was
I think
the
it was-
Weren't
snow and-
weren't you away some of that time?
I probably was away, but I mean,
Yeah.
that 2015, I
I
always
remember that
like,
year.
Yeah.
I remember nonstop shoveling. I remember the snow being
Right.
over our head,
I
like
was
our
watching it.
Yeah.
cars were dug into channels
Yes.
in driveways
Yeah.
because there was no place left to put
I
the
remember.
snows.
I remember
Last year, I don't
watching
remember any
from
of that.
home. Remember from home watching that happen that year, and it was you had a horrible.
I think I posted some pictures of that recently on Good Morning Gloucester, and it really was over our heads.
and I think there were piles of snow.
Like
Well, it's in 2015.
in 2015,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
like our front entranceway, like one snowstorm, it was like to our heads, and then later that day, it was like over our heads.
And I think we came in the spring that year, like we always did, and there's a big pile of snow at the park. I think it was at Stageport Park, and it was still not.
it wasn't going anywhere.
It wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should look that up, though. But I think 2015 was a big snowy year, and last year, I believe, was the record of
Let's
snow.
see.
I'll bet you if you take March out of that loop, it would
It
have
wouldn't
been.
have been. It
yeah.
wouldn't have been.
Yearly snow totals, Gloucester, Mass. Let's see.
Does that come up in a graph or something? That sounds like the Jeopardy music.
That's exactly right.
That's what it is. You win. I can name that category. And
Yeah. I think my husband should be a contestant on it.
He'd be great.
He'd
wouldn't
be
he?
really good. He knows, he has so many facts in his head.
I wouldn't mind that, that wants to be a millionaire, phone a friend.
Yeah.
What was that?
The Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and you phone a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being a friend once in a while on certain topics.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
2018.
So one of the reasons the snow totals came up is because earlier we were talking about the full moon and lunar eclipse coming up next
Right.
weekend, when
Next week.
perhaps there may be a snowstorm coming. It looks like
Weekend.
I know that would sting.
it might
because
impede viewing.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah. It would be awfully nice to see it.
yeah, that would be too bad.
Well, maybe you just need a little window of clear skies.
Right,
So
right.
maybe are you finding the snow totals?
Ah, forget it. I'm not
right.
going to be able to find
I
it.
think I just put a graph up about it on Good Morning Gloucester.
Oh, you
that-
did? Let's try. I should look for that.
Yeah, it was.
What should the,
It
what
was
would the
right
search
after the.
ter-
What
what would
was
the
right
search
after
total
that?
be?
Let's
Search
see.
term would be what? Snow.
Snow. Let's see. Oh, El Nino, La Nina. Put that in. El
Oh,
Nino.
after we had that discussion.
Yeah, after we
about
had that discussion. Yeah, so let's chat because we have dead air time.
Yeah.
Oh, forget it. That's all right. I can't find it. Anyway, we're coming up on an hour. Now, this will be our first time going with the slow fade out, and here is the exit music. We're still talking,
Okay.
and we're going to say goodbye. Say goodbye, everybody.
Say goodbye.
Bye, everybody.